Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday. Tomorrow we'll be worshiping together online. And when we get into God's Word, we're going to be looking at Joshua chapter 4, which tells the rest of the story of the children of Israel crossing over the Jordan River and their entrance into the Promised Land. And so as we've been seeing throughout our study in Joshua, the Promised Land represents this entering into the promised life for us as followers of Jesus. And to enter in, they had to cross over the Jordan River, and it was a miraculous story, as we saw. Joshua chapter 3 tells the story from one side of the river, and then Joshua chapter 4 tells the story from the other side of the river now that they've crossed. And so that's where we're going to be looking at, in particular, looking back after they've crossed. And something amazing happens in this story. In fact, I never caught this before in my reading of Joshua ever before. It's amazing how you can read the Bible and you're always learning something new. So here's what I noticed, and here's what we're going to be taking a look at. You know, when they crossed, they were commanded to build a memorial. And I always thought there was just one memorial. But as I've been looking at this text, I realized that there's actually two memorials that the people built. In fact, 12 men were instructed to take stones from the middle of the river and to pile them up on the what would it be, the western shore, and build this memorial. But then the text tells us as well in Joshua chapter 4 that Joshua himself was in the middle of the river and he built a memorial. So there's two memorials, one in the middle of the river and one on the shore of the river. And that's an interesting thing. And you know what, I would just say this, we're going to take a look at this tomorrow. For us as followers of Jesus, we have two memorials that we look to that represent for us our entrance into the promised life. The first one is this, the one that Joshua built in the middle of the river. It's a picture of the cross. Because for us, the death of Jesus, it's life for us. Jesus died in our place, and in him we have life. But the second memorial that they built on the shore, I believe, represents the tomb, the empty tomb. And these are two memorials for us as followers of Jesus, the cross and the tomb. There are spots that we look back to and we go, hey, this is how we entered into the promised life. And Joshua is going to tell these leaders that these are very important, these memorials, because you need to communicate them to your children. You need to be able to share the meaning of these memorials. And so tomorrow, we're going to take a peek at the two memorials, the one in the middle of the river, the one on the shore of the river, and we're going to check out this story. Now, we're going to have a good time. So here's what I want to just challenge you to do. Look, these are interesting days in which we live. And as a church, we want to be just faithful to declare the message of Jesus Christ, his death and his resurrection. And so look, as your pastor, I want to be faithful to do that. And here's how I would ask that you would participate with us. You know, God's just opened the door for the gospel to go out through social media. So would you please just take our church feeds and share them? Maybe you want to do a watch party on your Facebook page. Maybe you want to share them somehow, however it is online. And if you'll be faithful to do that, I'll try to be faithful to do this, to declare the gospel of Jesus. And we just want to get the message of Jesus out there. But in the meantime, man, be reading ahead to Joshua chapter 4. You check it out for yourself, see the two memorials, and we'll take a peek at it tomorrow morning. And so, hey, looking forward to seeing you through our online format.